Oklahoma Sooners taking on the off to get us underway. Get the first swing of the game. And here he is. Let me tell you about this wide receiver. He is a
play man-to-man. You risk him running right by you, catching the deep ball. You play zone, and you give him the opportunity to potentially make yards after the catch. You're going to have to be really careful trying to cover that.
To throw, it's Martins. The quick out. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. He wants to throw. He's got the tight end.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
They're going to throw it again. He's got him along the sidelines, and the foot is clearly down for the catch, and they'll move the chains.
Well, there's the trust this quarterback has in his guy, right? He knows he's going to give him an opportunity in critical down and distances. Third down,
throw. It's complete.
Really nice job threading the needle in that pass. They've got a lot of dudes that were able to do that in Norman, Oklahoma. Josh Heupel, Jason White, Sam Bradford, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts. The names go on and on and on, hurting you in the passing game with their vision, with their accuracy. This guy, I tell you, he fits right in this Oklahoma offense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. He leaves it with his back. Throwing right. It's caught. And they make the striking connection, and they've got it down to the 13-yard line, a red zone chance. Here's the handoff. Baird is trying to bash it forward. He got a couple. It's down at the 11. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to throw, it's Martins.
Air on it and throw it outside of the guy, but tight coverage, but a really nice throw now. But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication.
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Sooner.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous.
Fielded in the end zone. It's done. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So the Utah Utes offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And this figures to be just a tremendous matchup of big play receivers, Jesse.
And because of their skills, Reese, you're going to see all types of ways in how they use them, right? They're going to throw it to them. They'll throw screens. They'll get jet sweeps.
He's going to take a shot right away. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the passing game. They were able to get after him on that play. And as a result, the QB made a bad decision, forcing that football into double coverage.
Trying to get to it. Going to try to get it himself. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. The Utes moving quickly to the line. Handoff to the single running back. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
play, three-step slant. They rep this over and over in practice so they can go out and execute it on game day like that.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Utes!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding.
It's really nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep them at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for him.
The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Marks. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used twice in that victory last week. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Quarterback floating away from pressure. He'll pull it down and run. Still running at the 40. Kept it in his pass, and he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game.
You know, fumbles really just comes down to luck. Oblong-shaped ball just can bounce any which way whatsoever. An offense right there, very lucky that one went out of bounds.
Motion from the offense. The snap sets up the throw.
Nice job there by the defense, not forgetting about the fullback. He's not just a lead blocker. He can catch the ball in this offense, too. They were aware of that, and they were able to make the tackle.
They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Utah! He makes his way into the end zone for the 50th time in his career.
Man, what a mark to hit. A guy that's so good with the football in his hands. A guy that every single week you know this guy's going to touch the football. And when he gets near the end zone, caller, you still know he's going to get it, and he still punches it in.
He's the unstoppable force. It doesn't matter what defenses have done throughout his career. This guy...
Stay on his feet. Still on his feet at the 45. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Sooners in the hurry-up.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Leaves it with the running back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. The Sooners will
That's why, as a defense, it's so important to win early downs. You win first and second down, you set up third and long. Now you can pin your ears back and get after the QB.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I expect them to keep pushing this ball down in.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. On the option. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the first down. And the Utes come to the line with a new set of downs.
Well, it's a nice run there to keep the drive going, get the first down. I'll tell you guys, I'm impressed so far by this offense and their ability to run it early.
Wants to throw on first down. He'll blow it down.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the chains for this offense. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Looking to move it through the air. Getting some heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, this quarterback's already taken a couple shots from the pocket. There's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the chains for the first down. The Utes want to pick up the tempo.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a chance.
Going for it all. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit, when they get hurried, when they get pressured, they become very average. A really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Facing third and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man in the middle. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating the ball down the field. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they missed an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Leaves it with the back. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability to stop and to run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Second down coming up. To the air. It's Marks. Release to the back.
To Bob Stoops taking over as head coach in 1999 and bringing with him the air raid offense, a style of passing attack that still wasn't very prevalent in college football at the time, but since then they've always had good quarterback play. Guys that could play up tempo, make good decisions. This dude right here fits in perfectly with what they're trying to do throwing the ball in Norman, Oklahoma.
They'll give him a couple that leaves him 3rd and 8. The Sooners will hustle to the line. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. And the Sooners will send out the punt unit.
And on that 3rd down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback as an intended target. As a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up 4th.
Fair catch, called for and made. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too.
Running toward the tape. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. Had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating explosive play.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Trying play action. That one comes out hot down the right side. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. And the Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Gonna run it. It's down. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Fast motion from the offense. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. He makes the connection. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run.
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
Coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Back to pass, it's Marks. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Nifty little scamper on this one, enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. He's going to pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He gave him time to react, and he almost pulled off the interception. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds, and it's just on to the next down.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. His defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. From the gun. Looking to the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football. You saw that there on the incompletion.
He wants to throw here on second down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Timeout call here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. Field goal is good. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. It's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Running back searching for a hole. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Used to play fake. Now to throw. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters today from there in Salt Lake City.
The Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. Looking for an alley from game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Utes will punt this one away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Slips through the line. Turns like that, why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the yoke. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It's a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
For an offense, slant routes against man coverage are really a rhythm for it. You take your steps, you get the ball out, it's got to be in a good location. Quarterback and receiver on the same page there.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. The Sooners are in the hurry-up. Dropping back, it's Marks. He's got his man. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Would have been a long field goal, 54 yards from here, so instead they'll try to move the chains. It's 4th and short. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Able to get one down to the 15. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's got it and still on his feet. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your route, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Fires to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the defense.
On 2nd down, just keeps fire. Caught in the backfield, it's down. Using the pads, using the stiff arm, using all kind of strength to get it across the 25 to the 26. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside, defense.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
They'll throw it on 1st down. He'll try to do it himself. Turns it on in midfield. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
Throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
Quick toss. Finds a crease at the 20. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Touchdown, Utes! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Hawaii is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Oahu, one of the more majestic places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing trailing by only 5 to Georgia Tech. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Off the boot, looking for his man. Fires to the right. Intercepted. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, he gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there. And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
What is this?
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. He'll toss it. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. How about the timing on that catch? He's up to 86 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. The give to the back. Shakes off the defender. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give in the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe his 3rd rushing touchdown. College fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
Unloads quickly. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. And the Sooners racing to the line in the hurry up. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He showed it all there. A little looseness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to throw. It's Marks. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Got some of the work done on 1st down. Let's see what they have on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Run the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. The Sooners look to keep this drive humming. On the move. They make the stop after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 18. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They get him down after he makes the catch. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Gets it out quickly. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Holding, offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. And they have converted their first 2 third-down opportunities, but this one a 3rd and long. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. They're trying to get to him. Finds his man enough for the first. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. The Sooners have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Forges ahead for 1 to the 8-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. To the air, it's Marks. Got it! And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. They're going to run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Sooner. Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Utah has it back and the offense coming onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
He now has 115 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
They came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark on this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
On the option. The pitch. Giving him his pads. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. And the Utes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll try it over the left side.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back. He's looking at his playlist. He's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. Offense walks through the line for play number 7 of the drive. Softened him up with a run, now to throw. Still looking on the move. He'll throw one to his right. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing on a bounds.
Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
They're a perfect 2 for 2 on third down on this drive. They need 8 to move the chains again. He's right on target. Offense has gained momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped a really big play. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Toss sweep to the right. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football. Run the clock. Let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. And this one splits the uprights.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it's still...
And time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. They'll start this drive with a pass. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Second and 10 after the previous play. Dropping back, it's Marks. Fires to the big fella. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. They want to just keep throwing it. Complete downfield. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And that's good enough for a 1st down.
He's looking to throw it. Quickly complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football, let him make plays.
And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the Sooners getting set on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Good timing on the quick out. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Got his man down the middle. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Going to work on 2nd down. The red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. To the air, it's Marks. And that pass picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
The give to the left side. Open space at the 25. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. What an impact from that last explosive play. They were pinned down in their own territory, now 1st and 10 from their own 45. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Coming up, 4th down.